DreAllDay.com.
What's up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. This next What Should I Do question is coming from Lucius. He's 20 years old, he works full-time, and he does school full-time. He says he's 5'7", he's been playing ball for a year and a half, and he's gotten really good in a short time, and he's better than people who have been playing for a lot longer than he has. The only thing that drives him is basketball, but because of his job and school situation, he's doing both full-time, he doesn't have time to work on his game, and he can't work on his game and further refine his skills, he says. He says, do I think it would be worth it to put some of his classes aside and work on what he truly loves doing? Does he have the chance to put all his eggs in one basket and make it to a pro league or even college, despite being the age that he is? Well, first of all, Lucius, you're already in college. So it's not a question of can you make it to college because you're already in college. Does your college have a basketball team? If so, go try out for it. That's the simple answer to that part. As far as do you have a chance to make it to a pro league? People always ask me this question, like, do I have a chance to make it to the pros? I can't tell you what you have a chance to do. I can't. I know a lot of people want someone to tell them what they're capable of, but only you know what you are capable of doing. Nobody can tell me what I can do and can't do, and I can't tell any of you what you can and can't do. You tell yourself what you can and can't do. And if you're questioning it, then you got to answer it. You got to answer the question, can I make it or can I not make it? Because if you spend your whole life just asking, oh, can I not, you're just going to spend your whole life thinking about it, and before you know it, your opportunities will be past, your time will be past, you won't be able to play ball no more, and you'll never have known. So you had to answer that question and figure out if you can or you can't make it to the pros. I can't answer that, especially having not even seen you play, and that doesn't mean I want you to send me videos. It's not about that, because I'm not a scout, I'm not an analyst. It's not even about me analyzing you, and even if I analyze your video, no matter what I said, that doesn't make it a fact. What makes it a fact is whether you believe it. You had to decide whether you can make it or not. As far as the other thing you said, you can't work on your game and further refine your skills due to your job and classes. I don't think that's true. Lucius, are you at work or at school 24 hours a day? Probably not. You probably spend, let's say you spend 8 hours a day at work and 8 hours in class. I don't know how much time you actually spend, but let's just say that's full time, right? 8 hours a day in class, 8 hours a day at work. That's 16 hours. That leaves you 8 other hours. So what are you doing during those 8 hours? Go work on your game. Spend an hour working on your game. Spend 30 minutes. Spend 15 minutes. Spend 2 hours. Whatever it is you got to do. There are some things that you got to sacrifice. If you want to make the money working full time, get your education going to school full time, and you want to work on your game, then something got to be sacrificed. Whether that be sleep, whether that be times watching TV, whether that be hanging with your friends, whether that be certain relationships you built, and something got to be sacrificed for you to make it and become better at basketball, then do it. Do I think you should put your classes aside to work on your game? I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say you should put your classes aside. I say put aside something else, because I know there's something else you spend time doing every day besides work and school. I know that's not the only two things you ever do. So whatever else you're doing besides these two things, sacrifice that to work on your game. So it's not that you can't, it's that you won't. So you had to make the sacrifice of whatever that other side thing is, put that out the way, and then you got work, school, basketball. So I know you have that time. So you find that time out of your 24 hours a day, which we all have, find that time and you slot basketball into that space and kick something else out. That's what you need to do, Lucius. So that's that is the what should you do, work on your game question here. And if you have a what should I do question, leave it in the comments here. Be specific. I will address it if it's good enough. I'll leave a comment and let you know that I'll make a vid on it, or I'll just comment and tell you what I think without making a vid. Work on your game, DreAllDay.com. Thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you follow all my top content up here. Follow me on all your favorite social networks right over here, and make sure you are subscribed to catch all the new content I put on this channel every single day. Work on your game.